Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? We back with another video. I hope all of y'all are having a blessed day, man. We finna dive straight into it. Let's get it. Let's go, man. Today I wanted to talk about why it is important to keep that inner child within you, man, as you age, right? And this is just a quick thought that came to me when I was sitting down, man, because I was just about to go ahead and create some music and really just, recently I just been getting back into the things that I grew up loving to do. You know what I mean? Like drawing and shit that I liked when I was a kid. You know, like you might be a person out there that used to like watching anime, or you might have been a person that liked to paint growing up. You know, when you was a kid, you used to like to buy canvases and paint, you know. You might have been a person that liked to collect cars, you know, the little toy cars that you can piece together and put the wheel on them and shit. Like growing up, bro, you have to learn to keep that inner child, bro. Don't let life just consume you, man. Because I done seen so many guys that I grew up with and just people I grew up with in general. They get older, they start to have responsibilities, they start having kids and different things like that, and they just let life consume them, bro. They just look miserable. They just look unhappy. They stop doing the things that they was passionate about. They stop, it's people that's talented, that's very talented in painting and drawing. They stop painting now because, they got kids and they got to go to work and they got to tend to this life shit. You know what I mean? So now they don't have the time to sit at home and do those things that bring them the peace of mind. They don't have time to be at home and paint. They don't have time to, go home and fuck with their cars and put pieces together with their cars. They don't have time to draw, I feel like that's important as an adult. You got to keep that inner child. I don't give a fuck how many kids you have. I don't care how old you are. Keep that inner child, bro. Don't lose that creativity because you got to work. As a kid, one of the things I pay attention to as kids, like when you were a kid, you were very creative. You know what I mean? You are very creative. You come up with ideas. Like growing up, I didn't have much growing up. And I remember I used to play with action figures and shit. And then one of my favorite toys was WWE action figures. I used to have my mom go to the store and buy me all the wrestlers and shit. But I remember that when they started creating like the rings and shit where you can play with the wrestlers in the ring, I didn't have the money to buy that. Like I used to ask my mom to buy that for me, and like at the time we had so much shit going on, she couldn't buy that shit at the time. So I remember I used to put together shit and create like certain things to create my own ring. And I put together a little box and I was creative. I put pencils in the corners of the box, and then I used to use like long ass like strings and shit for the ropes around the ring. And it just brought me back to like, bro, like when I was a kid, I was creative. I made certain shit happen. If I didn't have the money to buy certain toys or buy certain things for my toys, I would create it. I would put together my mind and my resources and find things to, manipulate the situation and create it the best way possible. And I had fun doing that shit, bro. Like I had fun doing that shit as a kid. I'm just going back thinking like, bro, I used to have fun just creating things. You know what I mean? Just creating certain shit. Like even like as a kid growing up, being outside, we used to like, we didn't have money to buy fucking Nerf guns and shit. Like we used to like Nerf guns and cap guns. And I remember we used to put fucking sticks together to act like they was guns. Like you ain't a kid until you did that. You go outside, you take branches and you take the bottom branch and you connect it to the top branch to make it like a little mini Uzi or something like that. Like we used to do all that as a kid, bro. And like when you get older and you become an adult, you realize that people lost their inner child, man. People take this life shit too serious. Like this experience of life is supposed to be fun. You know what I mean? And we take it too damn serious to the point where we lose our inner child. We stop. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. I don't care. I'm not losing my inner child for nobody. Music is something that I started doing when I was young, bro. You know what I mean? I used to love doing music when I was young. Like, music is something for me. It's a for me thing. You know what I mean? I don't have to get paid to do this shit. Like, I just love to create music. You know what I mean? I love beats. I love music. I love all genres of music, from pop to Tupac to Biggie to what's out now. Like I just got a thing for music. I don't gotta be rich to do this shit. You know what I mean? I can make not $1 off this shit, and I'm gonna continue to make music as if I'm making money off of it. You know what I mean? Like that's just when you passionate and you love something, bro. You don't gotta be compensated for it. You just do it because you love it. It brings you a peace of mind. When I lock myself in the studio, I feel good. When I make songs and I listen back to them, I'm like, damn, I'm talented as fuck. Like, I feel good. So more of this video is, bro, get back into doing the things that you love, man. Of growing up, of you love to draw and do things. Get back into that. Get back into drawing. Make time for the things that you love. And I guarantee you it's going to bring you peace. You're going to feel good. You know what I mean? I feel like we as people, we owe that to ourselves, bro. Some people work too damn hard. Some people take this life shit too damn serious and they work too damn hard. I understand you need money and shit, but if it get to a point where it's like you're not doing the things that you want to do, you're not making time for the things you passionate in, bro, I feel like a job's not worth it, bro. You know what I mean? Work, get your money, take care of your kids and your family, but at the same time, don't get consumed in that shit. You know what I mean? Don't get consumed, because these jobs don't give a fuck about you. These companies don't give a fuck about you, bro. You going and putting all this time and energy into these jobs. There's people that's been working at jobs for 10 years plus. All that time you spent making that company rich, you could have been making yourself rich. If you able to stay at a job for 10 years plus without doing nothing outside of that job to better your situation, you working backwards. People be treating jobs, like careers, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it like, some people dream is to get a nice job and to work their way up in that job, in that field or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm speaking on just day-to-day jobs, like the shit you do to pay bills. Some people stay at that shit for years, bro. And it's like all that energy and time you being at that job, you done made them a killing of money. You keeping them rich. These people that hire these folks don't give a fuck about you. These jobs don't give a fuck about you. The moment you get fucked up, break your leg or something happen to you, they gonna move you out the way and hire somebody else. That's how business work. You know what I mean? Like you gotta make time for yourself, man. You gotta keep that inner child. You gotta keep that you, man. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man, but everybody that known me since I was a child, no, I didn't change not one bit. I'm the same old J-Rock. I just got smarter. But when it comes to the shit I do and how I carry myself and the things that I'm into pretty much the same shit I was into when I was a kid. Music and, you know what I mean? I might not play with fucking action figures and shit like that anymore, but I'm still into combat sports. It started off with WWE. I used to love WWE, and now that I'm older, I watch boxing and UFC now. Like, I'm pretty much the same fucking guy from when I was a kid. I'm just a lot more evolved. And that's how you should be as a man, bro. You don't want to get too consumed in this life shit, because that's when it becomes depressed, when you get too consumed and too worried about how you're going to pay the bills, and you start taking this shit too serious. You start to get overwhelmed. Oh, I got to do this. I got to pay this. Listen, handle your business, but also make that time for you so you're not stressed out. You know what I mean? This is a you. You got to find something that's for you. You know what I mean? Find that thing that helps you and brings you peace. And it can be something little. Like I said, it could be drawing. It can be going out playing football. You know what I mean? Getting together with some of the guys that you used to play football with as a kid. Yo, what's going on, bro? Let's run a pickup game of some basketball. Let's run a pickup game of some football. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't too old to get out there in that field and play football. You feel me? Let's do a little pickup game. Let's get together with the guys and have a barbecue and play some basketball. Like, just shit like that, bro. I just feel like is what keep a man sane. It's what keep a man going. You know, you got to have that time for you. You know what I mean? Just because we adults, I don't care what nobody say. People always got this misconception. Oh, you adult, you got to work and you got to do this and you got to put in this many hours at your job. I understand that. But I'm also against it because I feel like that's what makes a man depressed. Working, and not having that reward, not having no time for you. You just working 24/7, paying bills 24/7, taking care of your kids 24/7. It's like you just a servant. You just here to do things for other people, but you're not getting anything in return. You're not getting nothing in the back end. No peace, no nothing. You just working to provide for your kids and that's it. That ain't right, bro. You got to make that time for you. You got to also keep yourself happy at the same time. Because if you're not right, if you're not in the right state of mind, what value can you bring to other people? You know what I mean? So just think about that, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box down below. Keep going on y'all journey, man. This is day 3, semen retention. I'm vibing. I done made like 6 videos today. I'm just off the top with this shit. You feel me? But I love y'all, man. I'm gone.